Order filled. Okay, what's up everybody? So I got some new headphones on. My other input just actually the headphones died, but my other input's not working for some reason. Anyway, we're in a short right now. See how this goes. I don't know how confident I am in it, but it seems pretty good. NQ is supporting it. I'll show you guys here in a sec. There's the NQ I'm looking at. Alright, so let's talk about now ES. Yeah, I don't know. That could be it for downside. I might just close out. 25 bucks. I should not be in a trade while I'm streaming. I'm gonna just be paying attention to the trade the whole time. Alright, we're gonna close out and watch it dump. I said watch it dump. Come on, give me a push. Alright, wrong way. We're out.
Order filled.
Anyway, let's save the trades. So today, first let's look at the calendar. We have in 32 minutes initial jobless claims. So at 8:30, it's gonna dump now because it just filled volume imbalance. So this should do something. So we'll watch out for that. That's the first thing we want to put on our chart is the news event, 8:30. Template news event. There we go. So there's that. Let's review what happened overnight. 8:30 price we can get rid of. I have this on the hour right now. Actually, let's expand this view so we can get a better look. And then we'll clean up our chart here. All right, let's go to the 15. Midnight price. That's from Marley. Really, dude? Go. Come on. Every time. As soon as I start a stream. This cat. Get out of here. All right. Midnight price was right here. $8.30 price, we don't know yet, so we can't put that on. But let's see what we can clean up. We have buy side liquidity here. That's true. We just swept some buy side. I do think, and one of the reasons why I got out of the short, I think we have a little bit of room to run right now. Would want to look for this buy side to be taken. 39.50, 275. What else do we have on here? This is an old previous high of day. We'll go mark that out again. Do we have previous low of day? We don't. I think we already got rid of that because we took it out. Okay, so let's go to the daily. What are we looking at here? Already we are sort of coming off of the 39.64 level and heading down, right? And that makes sense. We are on a pretty good bear run, and it's following a pretty set pattern here, right? We do have this big gap, and we did have a gap. It looks like a gap up, but that's not true, and we'll go into that. New week opening gaps are all above us. We'll keep them on there, but I don't think they're going to be relevant anymore. We do want to put out, well, midnight price is basically the same as previous low of day, so we won't do that. We'll put previous high of day, even though that seems quite ambitious, huh? There's high of day. All right. Yeah, I should have held on a little bit. Got some profit out of that, but it's fine. So we have our news event. What big targets do we have? We already have them laid out. 391175. That is low of day from January 20th. We have 390175, which is low of day from January 19th, and that's a big one. That's a swing low. That's a big long-term low, right? Well, intermediate term low, I guess. It looks like we have another sell side target on the CE of this gap. Obviously the gap is relevant as well, very relevant. We'll be looking out for those levels: 3909.75, 3885.50, the top and bottom of that. Yeah, we are getting a push up. I was afraid of that. 3897, what was that? 3897.50. Maybe that sell side right in the way. We'll get rid of that on a lower time frame and check that number exactly. Let's write down our bias here. Okay. This is 3-2. Damn, I did not label these right. I had that as 228. Actually, real quick, let me do something. Let me do something real quick. Okay, so getting my journal filled out. I'm not going to say a bias right this second, but we are going to give some targets. Targets, BSL targets, 3952, 75. We saw that earlier. We have previous high of days pretty high, 3991. But some better targets would be 3948.75. That's actually before our buy side liquidity target. And then of course 3964.50. We have new week opening gap. Um, 3975.50 is the CE of that. Then we have 3991, and actually we have I'm not sure what this is from. I might get rid of that. Oh, that's just an old 5-minute gap, I think. Let's go into the 5-minute real quick. Expand it down. Oh, yeah, it's there. Expand it up. Okay, where was that gap I had laid out? It was this one. That's a 15-minute gap, sorry. It's a pretty important gap. I mean, we've come off it pretty hard. I might actually keep that one up. Yeah, let's keep that one up. 3989.50, 15-minute gap, CE. I'm just gonna drag that over because that will be a draw if we are gonna go up at any time today. And then, and obviously obviously 3991. And we got a bunch more, right? But those are all very far. Those are all, we got a lot to do before we care. Sell side targets. We have this low for sure. So let's mark that out. Let's go maybe the hour chart. We'll go back to the daily chart, don't worry. Let's mark that as a sell side target. Okay, so that is 3925. We have some other intermediate targets. We could go for this one for sure. 3927. So close to the other one. Do we care? We'll find. Yeah, we'll care. 3927, 3925. We swept that one. I mean, it's a good move sweeping that one. A reversal does make sense here, right? We do have that big gap to get into, which I believe we will soon. It's Thursday, so we have one more day this week. It would be nice to see maybe a ping back on this CE. I don't know how likely that is, but we'll see how it goes. We do have some more buy side targets. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button. That's a buy side target. 3965.50. I would get out at the CE, but that is the liquidity that it will sweep when it goes for that CE. Now these targets are old, very old. Right, this is the hourly chart. Big targets too. I mean, big liquidity pools here. I've been here forever. Let's go ahead and mark out this as well. Might as well prep for our possible run down there, right? I was gonna say eventual, but I don't know. All right, let's go back to the daily. We didn't finish up our work here. Okay, so looking at the daily chart, what do we think is likely to happen, right? Obviously on quite a downtrend here. We've had a couple of pings back to gaps, to CEs, you know, clean-ish breaks of CEs, of previous lows. It does look like it's gonna dump, right? But I would not be surprised if we come up. Maybe not today, maybe start it today. It would be cool to see if this candle body could sneak back into that gap. So we'll look out for that. Let's look at our golden CE here. We are right in the reversal zone. This golden area, these two yellow lines. We are right in the reversal zone for the whole move up. So, you know, we really want to look for liquidity to sweep, but we'll keep this yellow line up so we can try to see maybe some sort of PD array within that we want to use as a reversal spot. We have this gap. I mean, that could be it. We are respecting that 4-hour gap. I'm not the biggest fan of 4-hour gaps. I do still look at them. We can plot this out. I'll probably delete it, but we can plot this out and then look at the CE here and see if we can see something from that. You know, we did break through it and come back up and peeing off of it so far. I mean, that's pretty interesting to see. My pup just came in. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if that makes sense for a reversal. I mean, I think it does. I'm going to leave it up for now. We'll leave it up as we go delve deeper into other time frames here. Got a lot of shit in the chart, right? So that's something to be aware of. Try not to muddy it up too much. Obviously, we have an order block here for a run up. I would take... So this is tricky. So our order block, I would take this movement as our order block. But I mean, technically, these could be as well. But this is the one that goes the lowest. We do have a sort of displacement. Now this wick sort of screws it up a little bit. This is on the 1 hour. We'll go down to a lower, lower time frame. See if there's anything cleaner there. But at this moment, oh, that's really interesting, actually. Let's plot out this sell side target. Have we broken that? Yeah, clean. So that's actually a very good spot there. That's actually a very good spot. I'm gonna get rid of this gap because I'd rather care about that. Now, if we are to have a big time reversal here, which initial jobless claims could trigger from sweeping this liquidity. Now, like, listen to what I'm saying on that. You know, I'm not saying initial jobless claims is going to create the reversal. This reversal could, from taking this liquidity down here in the golden zone, this could already be a thing. It coming on a day when we have a high impact news event, initial jobless claims. I don't think that is a coincidence. If it were to happen, right? You know, the market makers will use a news event as an excuse for something that they're already going to do. So if we do end up getting a reversal, initial jobless claims would be a great excuse for what caused the shift, right? So we'll look out for that. I mean, it is a very high potential for a shift here. If we go out of this golden zone into this gap, I mean, anything below the golden zone could also cause a reversal. But it is a very difficult situation trying to short anything down there, because you would really look for a new displacement. And if we were to take this low, I mean, it's almost certain that we have some sort of shift of structure and come back into this gap or something like that. So, you know, I'm having a soft bias right now to the bullish side, just because of that big liquidity taken, and we're in the golden zone. Anything more would be out of the golden zone, and it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. I just think this is more likely. All right, on a higher time frame reversal, right? So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go to the 15-minute and see if we can get any more insights there. We do have this very nice liquidity at the top of New Week Open gap. These are definite targets for... I'm going to put on here New Week Opening gap, CE, and then buy side target, I'll say 3976, 50. Let's put our soft bias in. Higher time frame bias. Pending shift of market structure. We are in a golden zone from the last run up. We should be looking for higher time frame shifts of market structure in the coming days. I think today, honestly. But we're going to say bearish, pending shift of market structure to bullish. So technically, we are bearish, right? We have displacement through over. This was that was Wednesday night. Yeah, overnight. You saw that, right? So I called this out on Discord. We had this run up. Oh, this is a great reminder. So we had this run up, and you know, I was talking to the guys on Discord about what is likely to happen, right? The day ended here, and as it ended, you know, I was trying to get people curious as to what the next target was, because we had a shift in market structure, right? Look at that. Okay. Golden zone, CE, right? So that was definitely the target. You'll see this happen over and over and over again. This golden fib is where the shift in market structures generally happen. Whether it's, you know, we're looking for a retracement, right? So we're in a bearish move. We have a target hit, bottom of the gap, right? Took out some liquidity over here on a other time frame. Shift of market structure, and you'll see this on the lower time frames. Where is it likely to draw to? Golden fib, right in the middle of the golden fib. Now I did it from this, and it was still there, but from this drop is really what you want to look for. Middle of the golden fib is the CE of the daily gap that we're in. Hit that, body respected, and dump. So that was a retracement target to shift back to the higher time frame move, right? Which is bearish. We're still in a bearish move, all right? These two golden lines, all I'm saying is those two are the daily time frame golden zone where a shift back to a bullish move on the daily is likely to occur if we're going to do it. Okay, there's a lot of ifs. We still have to see how it's going to play out. There's no guarantee that it is a bullish move and we're going to shift back from this bearish retracement. Okay, let's look at the daily, get you a better picture, right? So ignore, this is just the March contract, so there's data missing because it only started, you know, people only started trading it really like back in here. Anyway, higher time frame, we're in a bearish move, right? We're in a bear market. We have this coming down. We created a little short-term high here, or intermediate term high here. Short-term high broke, right? Broke short-term high. Attempted intermediate high, failed. Come back down. Okay, golden zone, a little off. We actually never reached. So we had a potential shift when we came up here, but we did not have displacement. So this to me actually seems like yeah, we poked up a little bit, but that's fine. Poked up to take some liquidity. I was gonna say we're in a bullish run still, but I think it could just be a retracement, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see with this next couple of days. Oh, we already have the golden. If we push through this day gap, obviously there's going to be, I mean, this is going to happen over the next couple of weeks. There's going to be some resistance here to create some waves, but to get us back on a bearish overall move, we want to break that low with some displacement, maybe a gap, come back into it, and then continue on and sweep this low, which would then lead to a bullish move. But yeah, you get the idea. This is a long term. This is like far out. All right, so don't expect it anytime soon. Just trying to give you a good idea of why I'm looking for a shift in market structure right now. But it would need to happen. Oh, sorry, that's the NQ. It would need to happen in the next couple days. And it would need to happen on like the hour, right? So the hour chart, we would want it to from here, you know, maybe it dips into the gap, but we would want it to come up and break through these highs with some force, I think. And eventually, obviously, break through here. But in the short term, we want it to start working its way and breaking some of these with some displacement. There's gonna be retracements along the way, so just be aware. Each one of these targets is a pretty big deal. We could get a day where we bust through a bunch of them, but then we would see some kind of pullback, bust through a bunch, little pullback, take through these, little pullback, but then we'd want to see some strong burst through here. We're coming up on 8:30, so I'm just gonna keep talking until then. But anyway, higher time frame bias is still bearish. We are pending a shift of market structure to bullish because we are in the golden zone from the last run up. We should be looking for a higher time frame shift of market structure. Okay, we want this broken, like it was swept right now. We want it broken. We want this broken. If this gets swept, you know, just make sure you know the difference. That's the big thing. Make sure you know the difference between breaking it and just sweeping it. Displacement is the difference. We're between two thoughts right here a little bit. I mean, like I said, we're pending a bullish shift. We did displace through intermediate high here. I would like to see this fair value gap hold, and we'll actually put this 15-minute fair value gap out there to keep an eye on. All right. I think this is an important one. So we'll see if this holds. But we did sweep some liquidity, so there are two thoughts here that we could be on our way back down right now. Big swing points going on lately. We have this 5-minute gap here that is acting as some resistance to a push up. Now this looks like a 3-box setup, right? Some consolidation, some manipulation, creating a displacement with a gap, and coming back into that, and we should be heading down, right? So that's a thought. Seems like a pretty good thought. 8:30 is 3 minutes away, so we'll see what this news does. We should be having our eye on this liquidity, this liquidity, this liquidity, and this liquidity. Okay, that's what we want to see the news event do here. It's also this liquidity, but it's pretty close, so I'm not gonna mark it. Yeah, so that's our day. Still in a bearish move, but I think we should see some bullish runs here. And oh, the gap. Damn, I keep forgetting about the gap. There is a new day open gap here, and it was a gap down. You see on the daily, it looked like a gap up, which is very confusing because it was not a gap up. It was a gap down. So we want to keep an eye on that for sure. That can play a role. All right, 2 minutes. I'm just going to chill here, listen to music. See what the NQ is doing. You see the difference here? That's the 1 minute. Let's look at the 5 minute. But there's a big difference here on the NQ, huh? You look at the ES, and it actually closed in that gap, huh? Oh, no, it didn't. Difference between time frames here. The ES looks like a bull run could happen, but just swept that high. We'd want to see it displaced. I'm going to get rid of this. Actually, while we're on the 15, let's go scroll all the way back here. See if we see anything significant. Like I said, that swing low could have been it for a shift back. We do have a swing low here. We have a swing low there, which we have marked. We do have a gap here, which it looks like we have sort of kind of closed up, so I'm not going to worry about that one. Let's look at the 5 minute. Scrub over. Looking in the golden zone once again. Scrub. Oh, 8:30 hit. I guess we should be looking at the price, huh? All right. Sorry, guys. What are we doing? Went for sell side. Okay, so if you're interested in the numbers, it was jobless claims were down, which means more people have jobs, which is, if you believe in this, they want unemployment to be up. That's what people think. People are saying that unemployment being up is better because it would lead to less rate hikes. I believe that's the sentiment. It looks like unemployment is still pretty low. Jobless claims, anyway, lower than expected. So we're going for some sell side. Damn, wish we were in that short now, huh? Now, you could say there's no way to predict that. Well, I think the NQ gave us a good way to predict it. Well, swept, going to sweep, right? So, swept that one. Now, when news comes out and we dip like this, what does that generally mean? It generally means that it's sweeping some sell side for a run up. All right. So we'll look for that to play out once New York opens. Of course, we'll look for some entries here in the next, 9 o'clock or so. Let the news chill out a little bit. See if we want to go for these other sell side targets here. Yeah, but I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up. I don't want to go with too strong of a bias here. I want to give more targets. 3927, 3925. Sorry, let me keep filling out these targets. So I do have a higher time frame bias is bearish. Penny shift for market structure bullish. I'm gonna stick with the higher time frame bias. I tried to paint a picture yesterday, and I was a little early. Pre-market sort of blew up my idea there. So we want to look at 3911.75, 3909.75, 3901.75, 3897.75. Sorry, filling out my journal here. 3891.75, and then finally 3885.50. So I think that'll wrap it up for buy side and sell side targets. I'll put these on Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, there's a link in the description of every video and every stream that I do. So please join us. It's free. It'll always be free. I will never ask for anything. It is an education community. We're all students learning together, sharing ideas, and hopefully growing together, making money together. So would love to have more people there. I'm going to wrap up the stream for now, but thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Let me know if you think there's anything I can do better.